Did a familiar figure really return to Taehyung's neighborhood with a hidden motive? And why is Jungkook so convinced he knows exactly who it is? Comment your theory below, like and subscribe so you don't miss the next shocking update, because this mystery is about to explode. Why did a masked stranger appear again near Taehyung's home? And why did Jungkook suddenly whisper, "I know who that is"? Is this the moment everything the fans feared becomes real? Could the break-in that traumatized Taehyung be more than a random crime? Could it actually be a warning, a threat, or even a message from someone they once trusted? The air around HYB is getting heavier, ARMY is panicking, and tonight, for the first time, Jungkook broke his silence and hinted that the suspect isn't just familiar. He might be someone from their past. It all began 19 hours ago when CCTV footage leaked online, allegedly taken from a neighbor's security system. A single figure wearing a hoodie and cap stopped just meters away from Taehyung's gate. Not moving, not speaking, just watching. The footage shows the stranger glancing around, reaching into their pocket, then stepping back into the shadows. Nothing else. But the darkness surrounding the movement left 100 unanswered questions behind. Why did they go there? Why did they leave without doing anything? Was the appearance intentional or a warning? For hours, fans debated on social media, some convinced it was paparazzi, others certain it was the same person who broke into Taehyung's home weeks ago. But then something happened that no one expected. Jungkook saw the footage, and according to a staff member, his reaction was explosive. He froze, then clenched his jaw. His hands shook, and before anyone could speak, he demanded to replay the footage repeatedly, frame by frame. At one point, he whispered something no one will forget. "It's not random. We know this person." The room reportedly went silent. Even Taehyung, who had been quiet since the break-in, looked up in shock. For a moment, the trauma, pain, and fear were replaced by confusion, and a question no one dared to say out loud. If Jungkook really recognized the figure, does that mean someone close had betrayed them? A detail that most people missed. The masked stranger had a distinct walk, the slight drag on their left foot, the unique hand gesture used when checking the pocket. It was subtle, but the kind of detail people who have trained, performed, and lived together for years would notice instantly. Jungkook did. And that realization burned through him. A source close to the situation claims Jungkook didn't calm down easily. He insisted on calling security, management, even the private investigator hired after the break-in. He reportedly raised his voice, demanding they stop pretending it was random and end this before it escalates. But the most chilling moment came when he said, "He came back, and he wants something." Who is he? The question is shaking the fandom. No official names have been mentioned, but theories are spiraling out of control. Some suggest a former staff member who was fired suddenly months ago. Others point to a former friend who once had access to Taehyung's house. A minority believe it might be someone with industry ties, someone who would know their schedules, their weak points, their locations. And terrifyingly, someone who would know when Taehyung was alone. This isn't just a break-in anymore. It feels like a psychological attack. Taehyung has remained quiet since the incident, but sources say he looked devastated after Jungkook's revelation. At one point he reportedly whispered, "Why would it be him?" before covering his face and apologizing repeatedly as if he carried guilt that wasn't his to carry. Jungkook immediately hugged him, holding him tightly while shaking with rage. Witnesses described it as a scene that was painful to watch. One broken by fear, the other burning with fury. But the mystery grows darker. The masked figure didn't just stand near the gate, he left something behind. A folded piece of paper wedged inside the fence. Authorities took it immediately, but someone inside leaked a horrifying detail. There was a drawing on it. A star, the same symbol carved into Taehyung's furniture during the break-in. No threats, no words, just that symbol. And that alone meant the stranger wasn't there by coincidence. Was this person trying to remind Taehyung that the invasion was only the beginning? Was it a message meant for Jungkook too? Why choose a symbol instead of words? What history lies buried behind it? The investigator assigned to the case confirmed that this wasn't a random stalker. The symbol indicates intent, obsession, or memory. People don't choose symbols unless the victim is meant to recognize the meaning. And that leads to the most disturbing question of all. Did Taehyung and Jungkook already know years ago who their stalker really was, but never realized it until now? Fans began piecing together strange coincidences: a familiar shadow outside HYB months ago, an anonymous bouquet appearing backstage, a locked door mysteriously open after a schedule. At the time, these events were dismissed as small security mistakes, but now everything feels connected. Was someone building up to this moment? Security around Taehyung has intensified dramatically. His house is being monitored 24/7. Taehyung has been moved to a private location temporarily, though the address is classified. Jungkook has refused to leave his side, postponing multiple private schedules without hesitation. He told staff bluntly, "I don't care what it costs. I'm not letting him get near Taehyung again." Army is split between fear and fury. Has someone close turned into a threat? Why now? What do they want from Taehyung? And could Jungkook's recognition put both of them in even greater danger? The most chilling element is that the masked figure didn't run when noticed. He stood there, watching calmly, almost as if waiting for the cameras. This wasn't fear. This was confidence. Confidence built on past connection. A confidence only someone familiar would have. Someone who feels untouchable. HYB has not issued a public statement yet, but insiders claim the legal team is preparing for a serious escalation. That phrase terrifies fans. Escalation to what? A confrontation? An arrest? A loss? A tragedy? Jungkook reportedly told the investigator something that shook everyone to the core. "If I'm right, then he's not going to stop until he gets what he wants." What does he want? Taehyung? Revenge? Control? Attention? Something from the past? A debt? A memory? A secret? Something big is buried under the surface. Something Taehyung might have forgotten, or something Jungkook tried to protect him from long ago. But today, for the first time, it feels like the past has returned, wearing a mask, walking slowly, and leaving symbols in silence. The emotional weight on Taehyung is becoming unbearable. Those close to him revealed he's blaming himself again, even though he shouldn't. Jungkook refuses to let him collapse. But even the strongest protector cannot shield someone from a danger that moves in the dark and knows them personally. That Army can feel it. The tension is rising. The mystery is deepening. The threat is getting closer. And tonight, only one truth echoes louder than fear. The masked figure wasn't finished. He came back once. He could come back again. If Jungkook is correct, and if the suspect is someone they once knew, then this story is no longer about a break-in. It's about betrayal, history, obsession, and danger with a face that Taehyung and Jungkook once trusted. And the terrifying question remains: what will happen when that familiar face decides to reveal itself? What happened after Jungkook's chilling statement, "He's not going to stop until he gets what he wants," is something no one inside the room will ever forget. Security insisted on pausing the investigation for the night. They told everyone to rest, to regain control emotionally, to avoid making decisions based on fear. But Jungkook refused to move. He sat there, eyes glued to the frozen CCTV frame showing the masked figure standing near Taehyung's gate. His breathing was slow but heavy, the kind of breathing that comes from keeping rage inside a locked cage. Taehyung, exhausted, leaned silently against the couch beside him. His eyes were red, but he didn't cry. He didn't have the strength to. Instead, he kept staring blankly, as if replaying every memory of the past, trying to figure out where it all began. Then, almost too quietly to hear, he murmured, "Why would he come back now?" Jungkook heard him, and that question broke whatever wall he was